Welcome back to Computer Applications. This is Mrs. Hoffman, and this is our lesson on how to format a memo or a memorandum. Just a little background, a memo or a memorandum is a communication device that is used within an organization. It's usually not something that travels outside the organization like letters do. Memos usually stay internal, although they may travel through email or interoffice mail or something like that. But it's usually communication within an organization. So it's a little less formal than a letter, than a business letter, but it still has, a proper format that should be followed. The memo that you see on the screen here is an example of the format that we're going to be using. Most organizations and companies have a pretty standard format that is, very similar to this or exactly this, but there are some variations, so just be aware of that. So usually you start off with the word memo, or memorandum, and it's usually, in all caps, so you might see it in the center of the page or whatever. We'll keep it at the left. I sort of like the left alignment. And then you're going to return 4 times, and then you have your 4 heading lines. Your heading lines are made up of 4 bits of information: who the memo is going to, who the memo is from, the date the memo is being issued, and the subject or what the memo is about. And then you line up the information next to each of these headings. I've tabbed, so after to I've tabbed twice, after from I've tabbed twice, after date I've tabbed twice, but after subject it's only 1 tab because of the length of this word. So all of these should line up nicely and look professional. Notice these are double spaced, and then you also double space or return twice after your subject line. The paragraphs of a memo are single spaced, and again, it's usually communication within the organization. So in this case, it's a memo going to all the employees from the personnel department, which is like the department that handles all payroll and hiring and benefits and all that kind of thing. So this memo is just telling them about an option they're going to have with their automatic payroll deduction, deposit, whatever. And in between your paragraphs you would return twice, and the paragraphs themselves are single spaced. And at the end of the memo, normally you would see return twice, and you would see the initials of who typed the memo. So not who it's from, because it's from the personnel department, but just basically who had the responsibility of typing this memo. And so I'll ask, when you type your memo assignment, that you actually put your own initials at the bottom here. And again, I like to see the memo not quite at the 1-inch mark at the top, but a little bit down. Like 2 inches is good, but you don't have a ruler to measure it. So you can see that I've returned 1, 2, 3 times before starting the word memo. So you should do the same. So that's the format we're going to use to format our memorandums. Okay? And we'll see you next time.